Good day. I'm Richard Chichakli. At this point, I would like to discuss with you and bring to you the information that related to this indictment. I did not have enough documents before to talk about it, but at this point of time, I got plenty of documents, and I am making some of these documents available to you. It's available on my website for download. It's just to pretty much support what I'm saying and show you that they lied. The documents, the collection of documents put down there included, including 4 or 5 documents, I believe, and one of them is supposed to be confidential documents. So we're going to start with the beginning. This is the initial freeze order. It was dated September 13, 2007. So when the United States government say on or about that day, you know, it's a made-up story just to confuse the people, confuse the court, but this is what it is. It's September 13, 2007, that's when they ordered that the fund of summer air to be frozen. The things, let me express that. Now, this deal, this indictment involved 3 parties. Summer Air, the buyer of the aircraft, that's Tajikistan Airline or Tajik Airline. Number 2, Aventura, that's represented by Henry Geyer and Alan Blattner. These are the seller of the aircraft. And Richard Chichakli, who's the person who introduced Summer Air to Aventura. Was Victor Bout anywhere around this? The answer is absolutely not. Victor Bout has absolute zero knowledge of this. Probably when he heard this, he will say, what's next? He could be Mother Teresa, yes, but he could not have anything to do with this. He could be the Easter Bunny, yes, but why would they do this? They do this because they know he is going home. They lost the case on September 11, the extradition case, which they made based on false information, and the court in Thailand on August 11, 2009. They relieved Victor Bout and they say he needs to go home. The appeal process, it's still supposedly going on, but they know they lost the appeal, and that was the deal on the 16th of February. The 16th of February, the United States government appeared before the court and they begged them to reconsider, and the court says no. And on the 17th, they come up with this fake indictment, which they made up. Now we're going to go back to this. What's this letter? This letter is the OFAC order to Aventura to freeze the assets of Summer Air. Anything particular in there? No. Of course, they do not mention Victor Bout anywhere here, but they say, we think Richard Chichakli has an interest, so freeze it. But what's important in there is this date. On page 2, paragraph 2, they're saying to Aventura, please report to us every detail of business you did with Richard Chichakli since September 15, 2002. What's important in that date? I mentioned to you before that the investigation into my affair with Victor Bout started in 2002, but I did not have any document to support it. Thanks to them, now we do have that support. That's for that documents. I placed over there several documents selectively, for a matter of fact, because some other documents I might use to go, use in court, because it has extremely wonderful information in my favor, and I don't want them to be ready for, of course. But one of the things I should not have released, but regardless, I did release. It is a secret document. It's filed by Aventura, by the lawyers of Aventura with OFAC, and it's supposed to be secret, but thanks to my people in OFAC who released it to me. I do appreciate their help. This document outlines very clearly. It indicates, there's no question in your mind should be that there were no Victor Bout, not a mention of Victor Bout, not even slight mention in any of this ordeal. And Henry Geyer and Alan Blattner, or whomever dictated this to the lawyers, stating what was my role concerning the fund. This fund, we believe this fund does not belong or controlled by Richard Chichakli on page number 3. Page number 4. It says who owns this airline in Tajikistan, this Summer Air. I think it's kind of hard to read here, but you can see the highlight. It's available for download, just the beginning of page 4. It says this airline belongs to Tajik national, his name Vali Jean, and it never was owned ever by Richard Chichakli or operated on his behalf, etc. On page number 5, they say, they outline here on the lower paragraph, they outline what was my role. They say, and Mr. Chichakli's only role in the business between Aventura and Summer Air was to introduce Summer Air to Aventura and to facilitate the communication. So there is no interest for me. That's what I wanted you to know. Who's saying that? The people who sold the aircraft, and these are supposed to be the star witness now for the government, should this ever come to a trial. Something just to mention on top, and the first paragraph, this one with the question mark, Aventura saying, Aventura did business with Richard Chichakli unknowingly that he was under sanction. Now, Henry Gare, I don't know Henry to be a liar. If he was made to say that, I may understand that, because he will be worried about his business. He's a decent man, as far as I know. Alan Blackmer, very likely he would lie. He would lie for any reason. But Henry, I don't know you're a liar. And Henry, you cannot support this. I don't know. I do understand you had to make a deal with the FBI or with OFAC, otherwise they will just threaten you that they will take your business away. They cannot take their business away. Why? Because Henry Gare is also 50% American, 50% Israeli, just like Alan Blackmer, just like the head of OFAC, Adam Zuber. They're all more Israeli than American. The fund is been frozen or held in the Deposit Bank of Israel. What's the role of Israel in all of that? This is the part I maybe do not want to address at this point, but I may have to address the point of politics. Israel has a whole lot to do with all of this case. Let me make you clear. There is no piece of arm in this world sold from A to B in any country to any country without Israeli involvement. Make that clear as the day and night. So we put that behind us. We will talk about politics. We will address politics. The last things I want to highlight here is page number 8. That's what made this documents confidential. I think it was, according to my insiders, OFAC has pretty much told this lawyer, his name is Hal Aaron. He was an employee of OFAC. He claimed on his website that he writes the United Nations resolutions that's supposed to be written by the United Nations. Nonetheless, he knows what it is, and they wanted this to be confidential so it would not be brought forward in trial. But thanks for those who cannot be sold cheap for injustice, and they made it available to me and to you and to the world. OFAC lied, the United States government lied. The case about this indictment is nothing but fraud by the government. The conspiracy of the government against Victor Bout and now against me. It's getting out of hand. How much Barack Obama know about it? Right now he knows everything. How much he's doing about it? Zero. Why? I have no idea. Perhaps you need to ask him. We will talk about the politics later. We will highlight a whole lot of things. We will address plenty of issues. But for now, thank you for keeping up with this case. It's complicated, but I'm going to make it simple. And there will be plenty more to come. Thank you, and you have a good day. God bless.